When I went into the office to get my social security number, the lady who works there didn't speak English. I don't know if she just doesn't speak English or she doesn't want to speak English. So when I handed in my passport, she was checking all my details, and then she was looking at my birthplace. It was Beijing, and she asked me in German, like Vietnam or China. And so I was like, yeah, definitely China. But that really surprised me. I was like, Hello friends, it's WhØsDu here again. A bit recap about myself. So I recently relocated to Berlin from Melbourne on a working holiday visa. And in the last video, I talked about the housing situation in Berlin and shared some of my advice with you about finding a place in Berlin. If you haven't seen the last video, I've linked it at the end of this video, so definitely watch that one if you haven't found a place in Berlin. If you have seen the video, probably you noticed that I mentioned this thing called ANMELDUNG so many times. I need to stress on like how important it is. So first thing first, ANMELDUNG. ANMELDUNG, even though I don't speak German, ANMELDUNG, it's like a registration that proves that you are living in this address now in Berlin. If you look for accommodations on some Facebook groups, you probably see these words coming up so many times, and there's so many people who are desperate to get an ANMELDUNG. So this is the ANMELDUNG form, just a piece of paper, and to get this ANMELDUNG you need like 2 other pieces of paper. It's nothing like really difficult. Once you got your ANMELDUNG, you realize the process wasn't really hard. So in the last video I talked about if you want to work in Berlin, definitely rent a place that the landlord is willing to sign this form for you. Otherwise it'll be tricky. So to get the ANMELDUNG, you don't really even need a rental contract, or you don't need a letter saying that you're staying at the place. The only thing that you need is your passport and this form that you fill in on your own, and the form that's signed by the landlord. It confirms that you moved into the place. So only the 3 things can get you an ANMELDUNG. And definitely the trickiest part is to get the landlord's signature. But if you already found a place that the landlord is willing to sign the form, then the rest will be very easy. And a lot of people say that it's really hard to get an appointment at this Bürgeramt. I still don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll probably like type it somewhere here. In my case, it's really not that difficult. When you go on this website to book your appointment to get this ANMELDUNG, I'll link the website to you below in the description. You realize that the most recent appointment that's available probably is in a month. So if you really want to start working real soon, that's definitely not enough, right? And so a lot of people mention that you can line up like way early in the morning just to get a walk-up appointment. But I didn't try that. I don't think that's very efficient. Every morning, if you refresh the page, you definitely find appointments on that day or the day after. So it's like no problem. Probably it's difficult to get an appointment that's near where you live, so maybe you have to travel a little bit, but it's definitely like reachable by the public transport. So so basically you can just get an appointment on that day. And a lot of people say that the people working at the office don't speak English, but in my case, maybe I got lucky, I don't know. So I booked my appointment at the Rathaus Steglitz. I'll text it here because I don't really speak German. But there, I just went in like at my appointment time, and the girl who registered me speaks perfect English, and everything went like so smooth. On the website it mentioned about bring your birth certificate, so I actually brought it with me. It's definitely not necessary, they don't check it at all, so just these 2 forms. And yeah, if you're planning to work in Germany, definitely don't forget to mention that you want a tax number. And so when you are getting your ANMELDUNG, tell the person that you need a tax number, and so they will send the tax number to the address in like around 10 to 14 days by mail. And so now you have your ANMELDUNG and your tax number, and you've been job hunting for a while and probably you found a job. So I got really lucky. I've only like hunted a job for like 2 days and I just got a job offer, so it wasn't that difficult. So say now you got your job offer and you still need some other documents to be able to start working. Your workplace will require you to be a member of an insurance company. That's the compulsory health insurance in Germany, and they recommended this TK. It's kind of like the biggest insurance company here in Germany. Yesterday I went into the TK insurance office. It was quite easy. So the documents you need, just the ANMELDUNG again, and your passport, and just tell them that which company gave you an offer. And so yeah, and then they just registered me at this insurance company. The queue was really long at the office, but the whole process took me like around an hour and a half, so it wasn't really that bad. And apparently the insurance system here is say that public insurance company, they require you to contribute 14% of your salary if you earn more than like around 400 or 500 euros a month, and definitely I will earn more than that, so I have to pay the insurance. And the 14%, it's contributed by you and your company, so they share half of the contribution. So in the end, you pay around 7% of your salary into this health insurance system in Germany. So far from my understanding, it's compulsory no matter where you're from, no matter if you are a European citizen or not. And once you have this insurance company registered, you will be able to get a social security number. And to get the social security number, it's super easy, and super easy to get an appointment and no queue. And so basically you need to go into this like Rentenversicherung, like it's basically like an office that you can get a social security number. And basically the social security number is just a number. So just around here I got a number, and that's just my social security number. It's not even a card or anything. I don't know, nothing fancy. Now I have my ANMELDUNG. With ANMELDUNG I got my tax number, and with the job offer I got this insurance certificate, and with the insurance I got this social security number. So everything just lined up like really smoothly. So once you got the ANMELDUNG and the job offer, I say things will go really smooth. And yeah, for all the documents I'll link it in the description below, that so you can follow. And that's all the documents you need to settle down in Berlin, and I hope you have a smooth process of settling down in Berlin. And if you have any questions regarding to relocation to Berlin, comment below. And yeah, stay tuned and subscribe for more stories and more tips on living in Berlin. See ya!